stopped the Automs. Took down their comic maker. I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antom from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Both are important. Strong with the crows, strong against the gods.
Someone else seems to think so. The contact knows the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they ask for me, not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there. Don't damage anything.
Let's go see who this informant
Unknown
is.
contact. This is a trap.
We're fighting gods with the crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elganon and Gillinane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk. Okay. Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher!
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered Antom flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation. But not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The Jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
The Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the Blight? Finish them off! We need to go after the Butcher! So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso. That's what's happening.
By turning him.
Everyone's acting like normal, like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who would believe it?
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I see what you need.
See?
Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
My city, my Treviso. Will not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver and fighting his own Antom.
That thing's a monster. How can it tell us anything about the gods?
We have to hope he's still in there.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this city! So beautiful, but not like Treviso. I see Tearstone Island! The ritual! Tearstone Island!
He's gone. And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
The Butcher didn't lie, if that's worth anything.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
You gutless traitor. You weren't powerless against the Butcher. You were working with him.
I don't expect you to understand this, but sometimes governance means not showing your entire hand.
You sold Treviso out to the Antom.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it. to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antam. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Minrathous. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
I've met some terrible people lately, even without counting Elganon and Gillinane. You're right up there in some pretty august company. What if Treviso's people could have fought back? Could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antam kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook! You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elganon and Gillinane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antam are looking for, Evenchi's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
Something always bothered me about Evenchi.
Many things bothered me about Evenchi, yet I did not spot the most important one.
This wasn't a failure. You gave us the name we needed.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
We'll stop Evenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Evenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elganon and Gillinane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
It worked.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Evenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the Kamek Master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some Kamek had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Evenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now eventually will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
We know about it, and we'll stop it.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight... The governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Ivenchi from releasing the Kamek.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the Crows against the rest of Ivenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you think Ivenchi would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now. I heard the butcher.
There's the garrison. On to the garrison and the governor. That courtyard looks empty.
Thought the governor would have Anton guarding the place.
Eventually, we clear the garrison this time. Eventually's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Look! Intruders! Calm down! We can escape across the roofs!
The garrison has fallen to darkspawn!
That explains why Eventually's Anton were trying to run. Eventually's blighted.
Ivenchi! Traitor!
Wait! Jacobus!
Treviso!
Okay, now for Eventually.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing! Bold of them. Something's wrong. Something in the air.
Wait! Are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working!
Not bad for a crow, who's honest.
Fight all you want! It won't end any differently! Why don't you die? Why don't you give up?
Watch for ranged attacks!
If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
It wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comic could have helped stabilize the city. But it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
We just stopped the governor from poisoning people. That's a start.
I did it to protect the city!
You did it because you wanted it for yourself. You say you did all this for Treviso, eventually, to protect it. But you never really believed in it.
What would you know? about the city I love.
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in town. Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Evenchi gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antam and the Blight.
And now to play the game.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antam Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
Let's make sure there's too many distractions for them to spot us.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, veil jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us, except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
For something like this, we'll need everyone we know. Would Morrigan help? Could Morrigan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morrigan does her best work.
Great. Tell Morrigan the plan. See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know she's busy leading the fight in the south, but she knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead. We're ready as we'll ever be. We need to make our move soon.
I agree.
Get some rest, and be ready. Lucanis.
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
And what about the other person in this equation? How does he feel about this?
He dreams of freedom. I've shared those dreams. He never chose this, Rook. Something must change.
You sound like you still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that. Like you'd miss him?
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.
Up for a trip to the cobbled swamp?
What?
Nothing that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the swan for once?
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me. You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here I thought you'd be working our cases.
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who leaves coded messages in the paper. I placed a coded ad pretending to be a buyer. If the smuggler took the bait, I'll know where he's trading the goods.
One day we'll come here and not get mixed up in something.
Well, then what would we do for fun?
I've got a few ideas.
Until then, it's reading the paper. What could go wrong?
Are we tempting fate now? That is fun. So, what are we after?
We're looking for the phrase Virantium Brandy.
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev Gallus and Rana Savas, investigators?
Right. That. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us. It's approachable.
I regret this already.
Docktown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There. Virantium Brandy. I know where to stop the Red Lyrium deal. This one, anyway.
Good catch. You might work out after all. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I'm not around... Rana, meet the Viper. I put in a word for you.
The Viper? You're real? Wait, a word? For what?
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. I need your help.
Then you're in the right place.
My hero.
I wasn't already. Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
Events are weaving together quickly now, Rook. For good or ill, the fate of the world shall be decided soon. I received Harding's missive. Your plan is sound.
So the Inquisitor's in?
Indeed, although she requires a few days to set events in motion. Time is needed to allot her responsibilities to those who are capable of managing them. Once settled, she has pledged herself to your cause. The snake's head must be severed, else the body simply grows anew. And what of your other allies? Will they also be ready? There is no room left for doubt or hesitation.
Only one of us has a fragment of a god inside them. Mythal.
I carry only her memories, not her strength, nor her capacity for strategy.
Well, either way, our allies will be ready.
As they must be. There will not be another opportunity to foil the schemes of Elganon and Gillenane. If we fail in this, they gain all that is needed to reshape the world in their twisted image. The evil put into place with the aid of their Arnhem servants at Tearstone will cover the entire world.
Look, the gods can't blight the world without their dagger. And they can't finish their dagger until the eclipse, which isn't for another... Elganon.
While you gather your people, I will find the Inquisitor. And Rook, I wish you great luck.
Elgernon just caused an eclipse. The gods can finish their dagger. We need to move now.
But we were supposed to have weeks to prepare.
How much time do we actually have?
It's not weeks, I can tell you that much.
The eclipse is slowly forcing an alignment between the stars and powerful currents in the Fade.
Which means what?
I'm afraid we've only a few hours until the gods complete their dagger.
Lucanus is right. We have to go now.
No time to scrape up an army, even if we had one.
You think we're enough?
What will we be facing on the island?
There's gonna be blight crap.
And where there's blight, darkspawn.
Right. Tearstone Island's also crawling with the entire Antom army.
They've had time to prepare. It'll be brutal.
So will the gods. We're walking right into their lair.
We may not all make it out again.
We're the only thing standing between every single living creature and the Blight. I don't want to watch the world fall and know I didn't do everything I could. So let's stop the gods, whatever it takes.
We're with you. The gods won't leave that island.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Then we leave as soon as we can. I should talk with Nev before we leave. See how she's doing.
Manifestation.
Not taking a break? It's our last chance before...
I'll get to it. The gods are rushing this. Rushing us.
You're worried?
Maybe.
So the job's gone sideways. We'll make it work.
That doesn't make it easy.
Oh, I know. When this is over...
Don't.
Don't what?
Talk about after.
If this isn't something you want...
That's not what this is.
Then what?
The job? I know one will get me eventually, but you... I can't think about after and you. Not when... If something happens.
Nev.
Oh, I knew you were trouble. It's one lucky break and close call after another, and you... I let myself... When do the tables turn, Rook? Because they do. They always...
I'm not going anywhere. Nev,
People say a lot of things. They don't always see it through.
I will.
It's not that they don't want to. Not always.
I'll always try.
You scare me. Trouble.
Come on, Nev. We're gonna be... I should talk with Varric, too. Get any last advice for killing a god. Varric, I hope I'm not, interrupting whatever you're doing.
Take a deep breath.
The gods changed all the rules. We're going in blind. The whole team is pretty sure we're gonna die. And they might be right.
Weird shit is happening. Of course the team's on edge. It's not a personal failing for you to be scared either.
I don't know how to carry this weight, Varric.
No one does. This job was always going to call for someone who could improvise. You're on this team for a reason too, you know.
I guess I have some thinking to do. About everything.
Go on. You know where to find me if you need me.
Well, let's not keep the gods waiting.
It's fortunate we weren't spotted coming in.
A lot of dreadnoughts. One shot is all it takes.
Now we just have to deal with that. Morgan didn't exaggerate. That's the entire Antom army over there.
Armies are big and clumsy. We can do this.
Agreed. If we move quick enough.
The gods will know we're here soon. And so will the Antom. We need a distraction. One team to draw off that army, and another to stop the gods from finishing their dagger.
I'll take half the team and cause some trouble down by the Antom ships.
Wait, I'm the scout. I can get us around this place faster.
There'll be Blight farther up, Harding. And Darkspawn.
I've fought them before. And I've got the stone on my side.
Lace? Hold on.
Someone has to do this, Tosh.
So who will it be?
Harding's right. This requires a good scout.
I'll take care of it. I promise.
I'll take the rest of us, and get to the gods before they finish their dagger and cut open the Fade. Once we're in place, Lucanus will take Solus's dagger and ambush Gillinane.
Elgernon's pet.
One problem at a time. As long as he has that archdemon, he's invulnerable. Concentrate on Gillinane first. We kill her, take the god's dagger, then deal with Elgernon.
We should go. Wish me a little luck.
You got it. Harding.
Like you said back at the lighthouse, Rook. We stop the gods, whatever it takes.
This might save the world,
All right. Not the quickest path ahead, but we might reach the gods before we're spotted. There! That must be where the gods are making the dagger.
I can feel the blight from here. Keep an eye out.
Well, so much for that.
Take them out before they set off the alarms.
Look out!
Intruders, take arms!
You heard the Kunari.
They've got mortars.
So they hired human mercenaries.
The Antam aren't taking any chances. Sounds like a lot more Antam across the bay.
What are they saying?
Something about Gillenane giving them world-crushing power? Must be Harding's team distracting the Antam. I hope they're all right.
Hope you fine.
Mercenaries again. They have mages.
We can make quick work of this.
Get clear!
Got us at range. Watch it.
Antam Reaver!
seek me out, Rook. We shall meet soon.
I just heard Elganon.
Lusa Khan. He said my name. Rook, what I said before, I want things to go our way, I do.
I know.
Just find a way out. Can you do that, Trouble?
I can if you can. What did this place used to be?
Looks like just another old elven palace to me. Gods must have built hundreds.
We're on fire, right? Blight. Well, we're getting closer.
If the gods finish their dagger, open the Fade and unleash all the Blight. Even Solus was terrified of that.
He may be a smug bastard, but at least a bastard with limits.
On Tom, your vision, your loyalty will be rewarded. Ghilanane and I must complete our task before we join you. But this magic we harness will transform the world and all those within it.
Archdemon! Well, you can't miss it.
Come on. We're getting closer to where the gods are making their dagger.
Artom! We sense intruders, the same mortals who defied us at Whitehart. A wood, also an elf, Griffin bonded. A frost wielder, Tevinter trained. There are others, find them, that bring me the Griffin, intact.
Try it, and you've got a war.
We have to hurry. The Antom will be looking everywhere after hearing that.
How do I get over there?
It's Harding.
Rook, hey!
Harding, are you okay?
We drew off some on Tom, but you have to hurry. More on the way.
Can you open the way out of here?
I think so. Let me look.
You will be a sacrifice to our future glory!
Dream on!
How's it looking, Harding?
I need a bit more time. There, the doors are open. More on Tom are coming. We'll draw them off.
Be careful. We'll meet you above.
There are things I would have of you, Rook. Draw closer. You will learn what they are.
Elganon again.
He's messing with our minds. Let him try.
Ugh. A lot more blight on this side.
More Antom, too. Got us in the distance.
Get out of there!
Antom, the intruders remain. One bears an instrument from the dreadful...
Crap. They sensed Solus's dagger.
Our ritual gathers momentum. Power. It cannot be interrupted by mortals. I will send my creations to assist your hunt.
Oh no. Darkspawn!
Move now. Under fire. Watch it.
Did you see that flash of green light? That's a tear in the Fade.
I didn't come all this way to miss our chance.
The gods might be close, but they'd be gloating if they finished their dagger. If we kill Gillinane and steal that dagger, then Elganon can't unleash the Blight. That Fade tear's blocking the way. We have to set it off.
Headed your way. We can't hold him off much longer.
Do what you can. Meet us inside that building ahead.